Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome. Today we're going to chat about something that's very simple, yet profoundly transformative. It is the sacred act of sitting. Yes, sitting. Now, at first that may sound almost too simple. We sit every day. We sit in chairs, in cars, at our desks, during meals. But the type of sitting that we're going to chat about today is different. This is intentional sitting, conscious stillness. This is sitting as a practice, not posture. Across traditions and several different types of healing modalities, sitting has been used as the gateway to understanding awareness, healing, clarity, your spiritual connection. In many ways, sitting is where we meet ourselves. And in our world today, with the constant stimulation, movement, and distraction, sitting quietly has indeed become a sacred act. So let's first look at why sitting has become sacred. It's just a simple observation. If you notice, our modern life encourages constant movement and mental engagement. They're scrolling, multitasking, deadlines, emails, notifications, binge watching. Our attention is always pulled outward. But the sacred act of sitting involves something different. It invites a return inward. And when we sit intentionally, several things begin to shift. First, our body slows down. Second, our mind begins to reveal itself. Third, awareness expands. Historically, sitting has always been part of spiritual traditions. Across many religious traditions, regardless of devotion type, sitting in silence is a form of prayer. Meditation is often practiced seated, and in many indigenous traditions and cultures, elders sit in stillness and members sit to listen to wisdom. Sitting is not passive. It's an active relationship with presence. When we sit intentionally, we are saying, I am here. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to feel. I'm willing to witness what is happening inside of me. And that is where transformation begins. So let's look at this from a physiological perspective. What happens in the body when we sit still? When we intentionally sit and slow down, we shift from the fight or flight response of our sympathetic nervous system into the rest and restore or repair state, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. And this shift changes everything in the body. The heart rate begins to slow down, breathing deepens, muscle tension softens, digestion improves, and the brain moves into calmer wave patterns. There's also something else that occurs that we don't realize or expect. When we sit long enough, the body begins to release stored stress. And at first, you may experience restlessness. You may feel emotions rising to the surface. Your thoughts are speeding up and you're noticing different sensations within your body. This doesn't mean that sitting isn't working. It actually means that something is happening that's important. It means that the body is beginning to unwind accumulated stimulation. It's beginning to release. And think of it this way. Movement may distract us, but stillness will reveal us. And that can feel a little unfamiliar at first. This is when healing begins. When you do not allow that to have you decide, oh, it's time to stand up. No, sit through it. Because we know sitting can sometimes feel difficult, but the end result will be so beneficial. And you may find that, oh, I can't sit still, or my mind is too busy and I'm getting uncomfortable. And you can understand that that's completely normal. It's part of the process. When we stop moving externally, we begin to notice internal movement, thoughts, emotions, memories, tension, energy shifts. The mind has momentum. Imagine a snow globe that has been shaken. When we sit, we're putting down the snow globe. And at first, everything is swirling all around. But slowly, the particles begin to settle. The clarity has always been there. We just had to allow for the settling. This is one of the reasons sitting is so sacred. It teaches patience, it teaches compassion for ourselves, and it shows us how much activity we carry inside. And there's a spiritual dimension of sitting, a spiritual aspect. In wisdom tradition, sitting is not just about relaxation, it's about alignment. When we sit still with awareness, we begin to notice something subtle, that we are not just the body, we are not just the thoughts, we are also the observer, the witness. And this is something you often hear in yogic philosophy. The practice of sitting helps us to recognize, I am aware of my thoughts, but I am not my thoughts. I am aware of my emotions, but I am not my emotions. This is a deeper presence within us. And some call this presence consciousness, the higher self, inner wisdom, spirit, or the observing mind. Either way, when we sit, we give that presence, whatever we choose to call it, space to emerge. And this is why many teachers say stillness is where insight is born. And many of the answers we seek or search for externally already exist within us. They can only be heard in quiet, in the sacredness of sitting. It becomes a meeting place between the body and awareness, the mind and the spirit, the action and the presence. Another important aspect of sitting is emotional release. Modern life often encourages us to move past feelings quickly. Our emotions, however, need space, and sitting creates that space. When we sit long enough, we may notice grief surfacing, stress releasing, tension melting, or memories arising. This is not something to fear. It is our nervous system doing what it was designed to do, to complete a cycle. In a previous episode, we discussed emotional fatigue. And It comes from never allowing emotions to settle. Sitting helps us metabolize experience. The act of completion allows us to just allow, not to analyze nor suppress. And a powerful question to ask while sitting is, what is asking for my attention right now? Then listen without judgment. This is a form of self-compassion. This invites the completion of the cycle. This allows the emotions to settle. And we know that this is not always easy because there's sometimes obstacles to sitting in our modern life, real life barriers. Many of us struggle to sit regularly because of time pressures, mental overload, physical discomfort, restlessness, or holding beliefs such as I should be doing something. But here's where we can shift in perspective. It's important to realize that sitting is not doing nothing. Sitting is restoring your internal system. Think of it like charging a battery. If we never pause the mind or the body, it will slowly drain. Intentional sitting replenishes energy, clarity, emotional resilience. It recharges the battery. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can begin to change how we experience and manage stress. Consistency matters more than duration. So you can begin simply by creating a sacred sitting practice. First, choose a consistent time. Morning is powerful because it sets the tone for the day, but any quiet time works. Second, create a small ritual. And this ritual may include lighting a candle or sitting in the same space, taking a few breaths or setting an intention. And third, allow the sitting to be imperfect. Accept that there's no right or wrong way to sit. Just sit. And know that your mind will wander. It's normal. And each time you notice and return to awareness, you are strengthening presence. And start small, 5 minutes, and maybe 10 minutes, and then gradually a little longer. Over time, sitting stops feeling like effort, and it becomes something that you look forward to, because it becomes a place where you get to meet yourself again. I'd like to now invite you to a short practice of sitting. So wherever you may feel comfortable, you can sit in a chair with both feet on the floor, or you can sit on the floor cross-legged. Doesn't matter. Wherever you choose to sit, allow your spine to be tall but straight and relaxed. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Allow your shoulders to move away from the ears. Take a slow breath in through your nostrils. Now slowly exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Now simply notice that you are sitting. Notice the support beneath you. Notice the breath moving in the body. Taking another slow inhale. Slow exhale. Notice that there's nothing to change. Nothing to fix. That you're just simply sitting. Allow your body to soften. Allow your mind to settle naturally. If any thoughts arise, just simply notice them and allow them to pass. Allow them to settle the same way those snowflakes in that snow globe floated to the bottom and just settled. And return once again to your breath. Breathing in and out. Experiencing just sitting, being here. This moment, this breath, this presence. You are practicing the sacred act of sitting, not striving, not forcing, just being, just sitting. If you wish, you can pause right here to just breathe and sit. Inhaling and exhaling. And whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes and notice how you feel. And as you continue to sit, take a deep breath in and out an open mouth. And as you continue to sit, fully awake and aware, remember, stillness is not empty. It is full of awareness, wisdom, and healing. And every time you sit with intention, you are strengthening your connection to yourself. The sacred act of sitting is simple, but it is also powerful. It allows you to reset and restore and rejuvenate. It allows you to just simply be. May the simple act of sitting bring you peace, calm, and completion. Thank you for sharing time and space today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.